All right, good day, everyone. This is Jerry Thompson again with Worthy of Wealth, because you are worthy of wealth. And today we have an exciting show for you. We want to show you how you can actually change your financial life with a company called rNetwork. All right. And we have an awesome guest. I can't believe he's on here, but he is. He's a rock star in the network marketing industry. He's also an IT professional with Nature's Sunshine products, and he has 20 years experience in network marketing and has built massive teams. So it's a real honor and a pleasure to have Jeremy Jenkins here with us. Say hello.
Hey, everybody. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, everybody, for having me. I appreciate it. And I'm excited to talk about, wow, Worthy of Wealth. I didn't know that was what your show was called. So
yes,
I love that. That's
well, we are on live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. And so that's our Facebook page. So for those of you who don't know, rNetwork is a new company that's already, it's, how old is it? About 5 or 6 months?
Yeah, six months or so. Mm-hmm.
That's already blowing the network marketing industry out of the water. I mean, it's just awesome about what we do here. And I'll just let Jeremy explain a little bit about what it is.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. So I am one of the master members. There's 3 of us that represent kind of the top of the whole structure, right? The team building structure that we use. But the concept of rNetwork is that, everybody has a network, right? Even though we don't maybe recognize it, maybe want to admit it, but we all do. And the issue that we've always been seeing over the last 10 years or more, maybe 20 years, is that big companies know how to monetize networks, right? Whether it's a bank, right? A bank goes out and gets a client base. That's their network. Maybe a social media, right? A Facebook or a Google. What they do is they have a bunch of people join their platform, and then they're able to monetize that, right? Even though they don't charge us anything to use Facebook or Snapchat or any of those things, but because we all come together and bring our networks with us, now we have this combined network, and then those platforms are able to go out and make billions of dollars.
Right.
So what rNetwork is trying to do is trying to say, hey, you know what? It's your network, right? So bring your network to our network, and we're going to work together so that you can monetize, what your influence, right? Because that's what we do. A network, we just influence, right? We get on social media and we recommend things. We say, hey, I went and ate this awesome dinner at a certain restaurant, or I went and saw a movie, I loved it, or hey, we went and stayed at this certain hotel and it was terrible, and they had cockroaches, and whatever. We have influence, right? And so and businesses know that. That's why you have things like Yelp, just all these different things where you can rate things. Amazon, right? They're just these big giant platforms, marketplaces, and we all get to go on and rate it, give it a certain star ranking, or put in our comments or whatever. But our influence is massive. We don't realize it, and unfortunately, we've never been able to tap into that before. Now, there's some people that have kind of figured it out, right? There's little 10-year-old kids who have YouTube channels, and they go and they have a baking show, right? And they'll show how to make cookies or whatever, and these little 10-year-old kids can make millions of dollars off of YouTube. And you think to yourself, wow, how can this little kid make millions of dollars? What am I doing wrong? Well, that's what we're going to do. At rNetwork, we teach people how to bring their network to the table and how to actually make money by just recommending savings, right? It's all based around savings. It's not about selling anything. We're not trying to sell a product. We're not trying to sell any kind of, weight loss or, education packages, any of that stuff, right? All we're doing is we're saying, hey, come check this out. We're going to show you how to save money in some of the biggest industries on the planet, from mobile, right? Cell phones, mortgages, car buying, right? I mean, there's so many things, right? Travel, all these platforms, all these different industries. And we just recommend to our friends and family how they can save money and all those things. And when they do it, then we can make money. So that's the goal. That's the concept is we're monetizing our own network. That's why it's called rNetwork.
Right. And I tell people it's the power, as we say, the power is in the network, because if you are, let's say you are feeling thirsty and you want to buy a bottle of water, you pay $1, okay, for a bottle of water. But if you were to buy a case, which is about a dozen of them, you don't pay $12, you pay $5 because you're buying in volume. So it's the same way with us. The larger we get, the less we'll be able, the more buying power we have, all right, to influence the vendors to say, hey, reduce your price. We need to get a discount because it's over 12,000 of us and more, and we're continually growing, that we'll be able to buy what you have, so you make the money on volume. And that's the power of it. That's the power.
Oh, I love that example. Yeah, that's a great example. Is that, and another thing, a lot of people will say, well, how come is it that, you guys are trying to do savings, right? When I can find savings just anywhere online, right? Well, you know what? You could, if you went and spent enough time and went out and researched and everything. Yeah, there's stuff, anybody can find deals and savings and stuff. But what we do, rNetwork, is we package it right into one thing. So that's what we would call reselling. That's what resellers do, right? A reseller takes a wholesale price and then they repackage it, they bundle it, however, and they give more value to it, and then they resell it, and then that margin that's in there, that's their earnings, right? That's how they make money. And so a lot of the people are like, well, how does that work, right? Well, we say, well, we're bringing all the convenience into one place, and and it's kind of like what if you were to go to the movies, right? How much does a bucket of popcorn cost at the movies? It's about $10, right? For a bucket of popcorn.
Crazy.
And that's crazy, right? I can go buy a whole bunch of popcorn at Walmart and make it myself at home. And it costs me $1, right? Why would I? Well, it's for the convenience. It's for the convenience. It's for the atmosphere. And so that's why we're willing to pay $10 for a bucket of popcorn, just because, hey, it's cool. So that's the idea, right? It's that, hey, we're going to get buying power, but we're also being able to make money because of the network, because there's that quote from J. Paul Getty who said, I would rather make 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. That's the key, right? Not only are we going to get better buying power, but we're also going to be able to make just a little bit off of a whole bunch of people in our network. And that is the key. That's the new trend, right? That's the new way of doing things. That's what I call the Netflix model. Right? The Netflix model is, hey, you know what? They're only charging whatever it is, $10 a month, $12 a month, for a Netflix subscription, right? Which is really inexpensive compared to people paying for cable or whatever, $60 to $100 or more, or people that used to go out and rent videos, right? Like a Blockbuster and stuff. Now what Netflix has done is they've utilized technology to be able to go out and say, we're going to build a great big network of millions and millions of subscribers, at just $10 a piece. Right. So they're only making a little bit, and of that $10, there's probably only a little bit in profit for them, but they got a gazillion people. And so now they can get wealthy, right?
Exactly. In fact, we have a live example of that with one of our products, and that's our mobile. And I'm going to ask you to talk about it in a minute, that we surprise Sprint about how powerful we are. So just explain how that went.
Yeah. So the idea again is, hey, if we can bring the masses, right, then we want some kind of a deal. We want some kind of discount or offer. And so we actually partnered up with Sprint. And Sprint, they're kind of, they would be considered maybe fourth on the totem pole, right? You got Verizon, AT&T, or the big ones, then T-Mobile, then you got Sprint, right? Then you got all the other ones. And so Sprint was like, hey, we really want to kind of get more market share. We want to be able to kind of get in there. And so they partnered with us and said, yeah, if you guys bring us people, we'll give them a deal. And we'll pay some of that back to you guys, right, as a commission. And so we got the word out, right? And in it's been like a month and maybe a little bit that we started doing that, month and a half maybe. And they switched over. I think it was over 5,000 lines right? That's each telephone number is considered a line. So some of it were individuals, some of it were families, right? That had 4, 5, 6 lines. But yeah, 5,000 lines in just a matter of like a month or so. I mean, that's huge. That is huge. And so Sprint is very happy, right? Because we're helping them get more people. But then on top of that, they're actually paying a commission back to us. So anybody that referred people to save money, they're actually going to be able to earn a commission on that. And that's amazing. That's what's so neat. It's instead of say, hey, you know what, I recommend go seeing that movie, or I recommend going and eating that restaurant or staying at that hotel or whatever, and just kind of because you're nice, right? Now we actually can recommend things and get paid for it. And on a residual basis. That's what's neat about this, is that it's not just one-time things. It's you can actually create residual wealth for yourself just through your influence, just by saying, hey, you're in the market for buying a car, check it out. You can use our auto service and get a discount on your next car purchase. Or hey, financing your home, you know what? You can get a good deal, save a bunch on closing costs, probably get a better interest rate. Check it out. And then because you referred them, now you can earn money off of that. There's prescriptions, right? Prescription discounts. So if you know anybody that could use up to 85% off on their prescriptions, holy cow, just send them your video to say, hey, you know what, I got a way for you to maybe save some money when you go and get your prescriptions, especially if you're doing it like every month, right? Some people are have an ongoing where they got their prescription every month. And so if they can save 50%, 80% on their prescriptions every month, and then not only are they saving, but it pays a commission back into the network, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Because now you're not selling anything. You're just helping people, and you're still getting paid on it.
As a matter of fact, some people, actually literally, they have to decide between, do I eat today? Do I pay my meds today? Do I pay rent today? Do I pay my meds? And all we're trying to do is to avoid that decision making, to make some of your bills a lot lower so you can just live. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's what's so cool about this, is that we're literally, it's different because, a lot of people might be wondering, well, is this, I've done MLM stuff before, I've done network marketing before, and it was terrible, I had a bad experience or whatever. And there's, I agree. After 20 years in the industry, I understand, it's not easy for people to have to do a $100 a month auto ship, of whatever products. And I did that. I still have products from 20 years ago sitting in my basement that I never used because I was forced to buy them, right? Just to qualify for the commission plan. And it was terrible. So I understand, right? That whole idea of, a lot of people get in, they think, oh yeah, I'm going to, get rich quick or whatever. And then 3 months later, they're like, nope, I'm done. I'm out. I can't afford this anymore, because it's a luxury, right? It's a luxury item that you're buying, whether it's, skincare or, makeup or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's luxury, and it takes selling, it takes skills. And so what I love about what we're doing with our network is that you don't have to do that. It's not, these $100 a month auto ships on products that you really want. It's savings. Like, that's all it is. That the whole entire thing is just about how much can you save on all these different things. It's awesome. I love it.
A lot of I've also been in many network marketing programs, and I remember one of them was in weight loss, and a lot of people dropped out because they used it, and either you didn't lose the weight, so you like, is this going to work or not? I'm paying every month, it's not working. Or for those who have actually lost the weight, now they've lost the weight, so there's no need to stay in the program. So they left. So that's what I love about our network. You need to live. You need to buy food. You need to buy clothes. You need to go whatever. You need to buy maybe a used car, whatever. You're just living, and you're getting discounts for doing that.
You're so right. It's an ongoing thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. A product-based company, it's kind of hit and miss, or they're niche products, right? Like, not everybody needs to lose weight in the first place, right? That's the thing. And so, if you can find a product or a service that's super universal, like that everybody needs, right,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to have more success. You're going to have more opportunity to make money because it's helping everybody, right?
Right.
Rich, poor, old, young, right? It doesn't matter where you're from.
As long as you have a pulse.
Everybody wants to save money, like 100%.
And we are worldwide.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to take a short break, but then we're going to talk about how we can actually make extra money with our network. All right. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
With RevCard, you get access to discounts and rewards from over 300,000 partner businesses worldwide. From hotels to restaurants to retail stores. Names like Hilton, Domino's, Famous Footwear, Subway, and more. Now, for the best part. Not only will you earn rewards and discounts on your own RevCard purchases, but you'll also earn every time someone in your network swipes. The more they swipe, the more you earn. So don't wait. Become a charter member, start building your network, and start earning.
All right, and we're back. So, like I said before, as a lot of our viewers know, I'm also a financial coach. And one of the basic ways to improve your finances is to save money and make more money. That's as basic as you can get it. All right. So we're going to talk now about how we make extra money, because a lot of us, we're on our jobs, and this is how much we make every month for 5-10 years. And this is how much we spend, but the spending tends to go up a lot, but our salary tends to stay the same. So now we're going to talk about how we can make extra money in our network.
Awesome. Okay, so the concept, really, what I like to do is break it down into, okay, would an extra $500 a month help out? Right? I ask people that, hey, are you struggling? Would an extra $500 help? How could that, benefit you in some way? And then we analyze and we say, well, how would you do that? How could you come up with an extra $500 every month? Right? And the typical answers are, well, I'd probably go get a part-time job, or maybe I could ask my boss for a raise. Maybe.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Right? Yeah. And there's not a lot of options, right? Maybe I could start, doing door-to-door sales, or
right.
Who knows? But to get a consistent extra $500 a month is not easy, right? It's not easy. And so that's what I tell them. Well, there is an answer. There is actually a solution to where people can do it. Now, it does take a little bit of time, right? Mm-hmm. But the good news is you can do it in your spare time, right? Part-time, in the evenings or on your lunch break or whatever. It doesn't take a lot, right? It's not expensive to be part of this. It's not going to take away from family time or other things. And on top of that, it actually kind of benefits you in two ways, right? Especially what we're talking about with our network. Because number one, you're going to start saving money in a bunch of things. But then the second thing is the taxes, right? Because taxes are one of the enemies of wealth, right? We know that. And so if you can all of a sudden get yourself into a situation where you're doing a home-based business, right? Now you have a whole bunch of tax benefits that you can do. You can write off a bunch of things with your Schedule C, right, on your tax return, and you can actually increase how much you get back on your taxes every spring, right? It's pretty awesome. So I help people understand that, right? It's like, number one, yes, you're going to save money and you're going to get more back on your taxes, but then at the end of the day, it's a home-based business, and so you're actually going to have income, whether it pays out weekly or monthly or both, right? That's what we do. So with our network, we have an amazing compensation model that allows people to do that, to make money when other people save money. That's what's so incredible about this, right? So, do you want me to go over how the structure works, the team building structure?
Sure.
Okay, great.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to put up some pictures as well.
Wonderful. Okay, so here's the idea, right? Here's the idea. What you want to do is you want to say, okay, I want to talk to people I know. I have people in my network, my personal network, whether they're on social media, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, or they're just contacts on my phone, whatever it is, right? I'm going to start contacting people. I'm going to ask them, two things. Number one, hey, are you interested in saving money, right? Most of them will say, well, yeah, well, how, right? And I say, well, do you want to save money maybe on your cell phone service? Okay, right? Do you want to maybe save money? Are you thinking about buying a car? Well, maybe. Or do you want to save some money when you go to the pharmacy and get your prescriptions filled? Well, yeah. Hey, do you want to save money when you go out, shopping or whatever? Yes, of course. Do you want to save money when you travel? Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like this is a good fit for you. Now, the second question is, do you want to save money and do you want to make some money as well? Right.
Yep.
And then they're going to probably say, well, yeah, but what does it take? Right. Is it, is this going to cost me a bunch of money or whatever? You say, no. Here's how it works. So what you would do is if you want to make money with this, you're going to join as a business owner. Okay. So you would join us, either join for free to just get the savings. Okay. Or you can join as a business owner and it's just a one-time $30, right? Just one time, not annual, nothing. One time, $30. Now you're part of it. And then from there, you do have to have a qualifying purchase, right? So, and we call that our Revolution Suite. A bunch of different savings opportunities, and that is currently just $38 a month, right? So that's the first step: is you join, you plug in, and you just have a one-time fee for enrollment, and then you have your monthly, which is just $38 a month. But then the neat thing about it is that they make it very, very easy for you to make that money back, right? To be in profit, because the number one goal of any business owner is to be in profit, right? So how do you well, normally if it's a business, you got to have customers, right? You got to have people participating somehow, right? If you have a sandwich shop, you got to have people coming in buying sandwiches from you so you can cover your overhead, right? In a traditional business, it can take 6 months to a year before you're even in profit, right? You might have to go get a loan. You got to, be paying your rent. You got to pay all your expenses and everything. And it's going to take you a while with advertising and whatnot to build that up to where you actually now are in profit, right? And you have some income coming in. Well, with rNetwork, all you got to do is get 3 customers. That's it, right? 3 people that want to be part of this. And once you are now in profit, right? We have something called the Me and 3 bonus. So the Me and 3 bonus is you invite 3 people that want to do this with you, okay, want to save money and they want to maybe earn that extra $500 a month or more. And once you have just 3, you're good. You are now in profit. You are now making more than you have to spend each month. Don't worry about it anymore, okay? So that is the secret. That's how you do it. And then from there, of course, those 3 individuals are going to want to do the same thing, right? They're going to want to go and find 3 individuals so they can cover their own monthly subscription to rNetwork, right? So think of it as kind of like a membership, right? A membership to Costco, right? People pay for that, or maybe a membership to Amazon Prime. That's what we're talking about here, right? It's just a membership that you pay each month to be in business, to represent the company. And then with just 3 people, yours is now covered. So, you probably may have heard this. There's a lot of companies out there that will tell you, hey, you know what? If you go find some friends or family to sign up for, maybe you're on Dish Network or maybe you're on, using some other service, and they say, hey, yeah, go find a friend or family to sign up with us and we'll pay you, right? We'll give you another month for free, or, we'll give you a gift card or something, right? That a lot of companies do that. Well, the problem with those companies is that that's not a one-time deal. You bring a friend, you get 1 month for free, and then you're done. You got to keep going, getting more friends. Well, the benefit of this is that you go get your 3 and they stay with it. It will be ongoing. Every single month, you're going to get that extra commission, that extra bonus that covers your own membership. And so that's like kind of like saying, hey, what if Netflix went out and said, hey, go find 3 friends that want to join Netflix with you, and your membership to Netflix will be free forever, right? Wow, I would do that.
Everyone will do it.
Go find 3 people who join Netflix. If it meant mine would be free, right? And that's what we're saying. We're saying, hey, join rNetwork. Go find 3 that want to do it with you. Now yours is even better than free because you're actually making more money and you're saving money, and it's just great.
Right.
So that's the concept. And then as it duplicates, right? Because that's the second thing is it duplicates. You have those 3 do the same thing. Those 3 get and then it goes from 3 to 9 to 27 to 81 to 243, and next thing you know, you have 1,000 people on your team, and now you can make an extra $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month, right? And it only probably takes you, a few weeks or a month or so, and it's awesome. So that's the concept. That's how we do it. It's very simple. People are just saving money, and they're just inviting through people to do it so that they can get their own me and 3 bonus to cover their own costs, and it just duplicates. And next thing you know, you start to have that wealth that we're all talking about.
So there are many ways to make money, and I tell people, yes, you can have a day job. You can also have a business down on Main Street. You can have your own shoe store, whatever, and that's great. But the thing is, unfortunately, we may have, let's say, God forbid, a natural disaster like a flood or like a hurricane or something. If that should happen and it wipes away your day job, the building or the store that you have, now what? With network marketing, you don't have to worry about that because your money comes from hundreds of people, at least in our case, all over the world. All right. So should something happen to your day job, like the building itself, you're still making money because, you have a network. There's that word again, the network of people to rely on. All right.
Right.
And that's the awesome. I mean, a lot of people don't like network marketing, but it's the one tool that, it doesn't rely on your own strength. In our case, you just build 3 people, as you said, and they build 3 people, and they build 3 people, and now you have a network of people. And
yeah, you know what I tell people that say they don't like network marketing? I tell them the story about the taxes, right? And you say, hey, what do you hate more? Do you hate network marketing more, or do you hate paying taxes more? Right? And they usually come back and go, oh yeah, I hate paying taxes. Okay, well guess what? This is just $38 a month. You get your 3 year now in profit, and on top of that, everything's now tax deductible.
Right.
You take somebody out to lunch to talk about the business, you can write off that meal, and there's just all these benefits. And then most of them are like, yeah, you're right, I hate paying taxes more than that. So but the other thing is, of course, what they hate is that $100 $150 a month auto ship, the products that they don't go resell and stuff. And we've eliminated that here as well.
We don't have it.
We don't have that.
We don't have it at all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. So, in fact, you were able to replace your day job income. So you're living proof that it can happen. I'm still working my way up there.
It only took me, 6 months. So we've been in business 6 months. Wow. And so everyone's day job income could be different, right? I mean, some people are making $2,000-$3,000 a month. Some people, maybe it's $10,000 a month. Just kind of depends on where you're at and your different circumstances and stuff. But literally, it is possible with what we're doing. Not guaranteed. It takes work. It takes effort. It does. It's like we said, you can do it in your part time, but you got to be consistent. Right. That's the key, is you actually have to make a decision, right? Like when you get home from work in the evening or whatever, or when you're on your lunch break, you have to consciously make a decision, because it's not hard. It's not hard, right? It really isn't. It's not. It's just it's something I learned in my experience with all of this. That you just have to decide things, right? It's easy to come home and actually maybe sit on the computer and get on Facebook and send a message to somebody, send them a short video, or contact them, or maybe pick up the phone and call somebody and talk to them, invite them to a meeting. That's not hard. It's really not hard, right? And that those are not hard things. It's not like we're asking people to go pick up 50-pound bag. We're saying take a little bit of time to go do this. But the problem is, it's actually easier to sit down in front of the TV and turn on your favorite show, right, and forget about it. So it's not like it's a hard thing. It's just easier to not do it, right? So the message here is you have to actually have a determination. You actually have to have a reason why you want to do this. What would an extra $500 a month or $1,000 a month do for you, right? And then you have to remember that. And so when it comes time to make those decisions, ooh, am I going to go sit down and watch the Lakers game, or am I going to take 15 minutes, right? Just miss the first quarter of the game and go and make some calls, send some messages out, whatever, and then I'll get back to the game, right? Because the important stuff happens after halftime anyway. So that's the kind of the thing we have to do. We have to have that self-discipline, because it's not that it's hard. It's just it takes some discipline to be consistent and do it every day. But if you do that, you make those little sacrifices, you can replace your income and actually make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month in the next 6 months. It's definitely possible, which you couldn't do that anywhere else. Like literally, and you could go to school and become a doctor. You could go get a law degree or something, maybe, and and build up your clientele, and eventually, after years, make that much money. But here with network marketing, with rNetwork, you can literally do that in the next 6 months if you just discipline yourself to do it.
Right, and pretty soon your network will be on autopilot, because you have spent the initial time to build that network, build it large enough where now other people are doing the same thing. So now it's like a mind of its own. It's working itself, but you got to put in that time initially, like anything else.
Yep,
now,
exactly.
But our network also has one more thing that we're going to talk about, because we're going to end in a few. We also own a bank. Now, what in the world? I mean, network marketing and banks, that just never happened ever in history. Explain that.
Okay. No, I'm glad. And this is the perfect thing to end on. So right now, just so everybody understands, we've been doing this for 6 months, and we are in what we call pre-launch, right? Mm-hmm. We're a startup company. We've been getting things developed and going, and with all the different products and services and everything. But the engine, right, the motor that's going to make this really work, and it just really ties into everything we've been talking about, is this idea that our network actually owns a bank. It's called Our Bank. And they're just finishing up the final details on how it's going to work for all of us to, onboard into the bank, which is what we call our KYC or know your customer, which is where you just verify who you are, right, with a picture ID and all that stuff. So anyway, all of that's being developed, and we're going to have an actual app that you download on your phone, whether it's a Samsung, Android or iPhone, doesn't matter. It'll be on both of them. And the idea is this, that not only will you make money when people save money and all these different cool things we talked about, right? But you will actually be able to recommend a free bank account to people. And people might say, okay, well, that's neat, but I already have a bank account. Why would I want to switch? And you say, well, here's the idea. We have a worldwide US-based FDIC insured bank that has all the normal stuff, checking and savings and bill pay and all the different things that banks have, right? But the cool thing about it is it comes with something called the Rev Card. Now there's going to be two versions of the Rev Card. There's a plastic version, just a normal standard debit card that you get, it's like you would with any other kind of checking account. And then there's a fancy card that's coming a bit later. That's a smart card that has like a touch screen on it, and it has Bluetooth, and it has all these cool fancy things on it, biometric security, all that stuff, right? But and that one's coming later in 2020. But here in the short term, we're going to get the plastic one. Now the idea is this: we're talking about savings, right? We're talking about people saving money on all kinds of stuff. Well, so the difference between going and getting a checking account maybe at Wells Fargo or at Bank of America or whatever, or your local credit union, is that with our bank, when you use that debit card at all kinds of places, you will save at point of purchase, right? You just swipe the card or stick it in with the chip, and you actually save money right then as you're buying stuff. And it's like, oh, wow, that's cool. And then not only that, but if me or anybody else were to go out and refer people, right, to actually do this just for free, right? They sign up totally for free, go get the bank account, get the debit card and everything, and they are making purchases. They're going to the grocery store, they're going to the gas station, they're going wherever, going to the movies, and they're swiping that card. We make money on every single swipe. So instead of making money when people buy, an essential oil or a weight loss product or whatever. We make money when they just go and do their everyday stuff. They're saving, we're making, and nobody's losing. It's awesome. Then that's coming very soon, probably in the next couple of months here. We're launching our company, fully launched in January. So the goal is that by January launch, we'll have that ready to go. We'll have everything else we talked about is already working, right? So you can save money now, but we'll have the app and the banking hopefully by January, and there's no stopping us at that point. There's like, you can, we're talking $500,000 a month in saving or in earnings. With that, it's going to like quadruple or, it's going to be awesome. So very, very exciting.
And well, there you have it. That's the power of what we do. All right. We own a bank. You just never hear that in network marketing. And it's an FDIC insured bank. That means we're regulated by the feds. Okay. So if you think that network marketing is a scam, we can't be a scam if we're regulated by the feds. It just can't happen. Okay. So, so we're gonna leave it right there, and just get excited. Just sign up. We're in pre-launch right now, but you can make money right now while we are in pre-launch, because when we do launch, there'll be an avalanche of people wanting to join. And the only way to join is to be invited in or join under someone. So if you're already in, then those people can join under you. All right. That's the whole idea. All right. So go to rNetworkinfo.com. It's like a pool, and we're going to talk to you and help you sign up and just, enjoy financial freedom, because now it's available. All right, so we want to thank Jeremy Jenkins for taking his time, because I know his time is just like full. We're just glad that you're here. We appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thanks, Jerry, for having me on. Yep, hope this was helpful for everybody. And we invite you. Check it out. Check out his website. Find out more about what we're doing, because I promise you, even if you just join for free as a fan, you're going to find massive value here. And then I think you'll be confident about saying, hey, this is non-threatening. This is something I would like to do to change my lifestyle and be able to have that wealth that we're all talking about. So thanks so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
All right. Thanks, viewers. And goodbye for now, everyone. Have a safe day. God bless.